Have you ever opened your fridge, reached for green onions, and bam, they're slimy, smelly, and totally useless? I know that pain. It feels like throwing money straight in the trash. And worse, your cooking mood just disappears. Sometimes, you even waste more time and gas driving back to the store for a few lousy green onions. I've been there too. Honestly, I almost gave up on buying green onions altogether until a five-star chef showed me 5 simple tricks. The truth is, most of us make the same mistake. We bring green onions home and toss them straight into the fridge. And that's why they turn bad so fast. But don't worry, I'll show you how to fix it. First method, soak green onions in baking soda. This way is very effective. Fill a big bowl with water and add 1 tablespoon of baking soda. Stir until it's fully dissolved. Then drop in your green onions and let them soak for 7 to 10 minutes. Because most store-bought green onions are sprayed with chemicals to keep them looking fresh, and no one wants pesticide in their food. After soaking once or twice, then make sure they're completely dry. If they stay damp, they'll spoil faster. Now divide your onions into small portions, just enough for a day or 2 of cooking. Wrap each portion in plastic wrap not too tight. Do not crush the leaves, but snug enough to keep air out. Pro tip, don't fold the onions when wrapping. It shortens their storage life. Finally, place the wrapped bundles in your fridge's crisper drawer. Your green onions can stay fresh and crisp for up to a month, still green, just like the day you bought them. Second method, wrap green onions with paper towel. Moisture is the real enemy if they stay damp. Green onions rot fast. You've got to keep them dry. First, wash your green onions and let them dry completely. Then take a clean white paper towel or a dry napkin and gently roll the onions inside. Don't wrap too tight. You don't want to crush the stems. The paper absorbs excess moisture, keeping your onions dry, crisp. After that, put them into a zip-top bag or an airtight container. Place it in your fridge's crisper drawer in a dry spot that isn't too humid. By the way, do you usually store green onions in a bag like this, or do you have your own trick? Tell me in the comments below. Third method, regrow green onions in water. Most people throw away the roots. But what if I told you those can actually grow back into fresh, brand new onions? Pour in just enough water to cover the roots. Place the jar near a window or on a balcony where it gets natural light. In about 20 days, you'll see tall green shoots ready to snip and use again. This method lets you regrow from the same roots over and over. Super convenient and sustainable. Have you ever tried regrowing green onions like this at home? Tell me in the comments below. Fourth method, grow green onions in a bottle with sugar water. Here's a clever way to keep them fresh and even growing right on your windowsill. First, grab a clean plastic bottle. Cut off the top of the bottle about 2 to 3 inches from the opening. If you've got a lot of green onions, use a bigger container or a jar. Pour in enough water to cover the roots, but don't let the water touch the leaves. It'll make them rot. Now add 1 tablespoon of sugar inside. The sugar feeds the roots, helping them stay strong and keeping your onions fresh longer. Finally, place the bottle near a window or balcony where it gets natural light, but avoid harsh direct sunlight because it can cause the leaves to wilt or turn yellow. Change the water every 3 to 4 days to prevent bad smells. This way, your green onions keep drinking water and sugar staying green crisp and ready to use. Would you try growing green onions in a bottle like this, or do you prefer just keeping them in the fridge? Tell me in the comments below. Fifth method, freeze pre-cut green onions. Most people worry that freezing green onions will ruin the flavor, but here's the truth. It actually keeps almost all of their freshness. First, wash and dry your green onions completely. Then place them on a cutting board and slice to the size you usually use for cooking. Take a clean jar food container or zip-top bag and gently place all the chopped onions inside. Be careful not to crush them. The fresh onion smell after cutting is amazing. Store the jar or bag in your freezer. Properly frozen green onions won't lose moisture color or that signature aroma. One important tip: toss the frozen onions straight into your dish while cooking. Don't thaw them first, because thawing makes them soft and weakens the flavor. This method will save you so much time. Just grab a handful from the freezer and your meal still tastes wonderful. Have you ever frozen green onions or any vegetables before? Tell me in the comments below. So those are my 5 simple methods to keep green onions fresh and ready, whether you wrap them, regrow them, or freeze them for later. Each method saves you time, money, and the headache of tossing slimy onions away. You'll always have fresh green onions anytime you need them. Which method would you try first? Tell me in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. If you found this video helpful, please hit like and subscribe. That way I can keep sharing more easy practical kitchen tips with you. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.